Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Get ready for an unforgettable adventure. We're off to Thailand for Kit and Krabi for 5 days of pure paradise. First stop at the airport is at the lounge because I have to have my food before this flight, which is not going to serve us any in-flight meal, so got to get ready for that. And just like that, we're tracing our path from Bengaluru straight to the heart of the paradise. After flying for hours, we finally saw it. Phuket popped out from the clouds, which is a beautiful mix of blue and green. This amazing view was just the start of the island trip. It was truly something to see from up above. Alright, we've landed. Stepping into Phuket International Airport, the vibrancy is just killing it. After grabbing our bags, the next mission was getting to the hotel. A quick tip here, Phuket Airport has several transportation options. You will see official taxi counters, minivans, and of course, you can use ride hailing apps like Grab or Bolt. I opted for Grab for convenience, and it's super easy to book right from your phone. Just punch in your hotel details, confirm the price, and you're good to go. It's usually the most straightforward way to avoid any haggling and get straight to relaxing. Take a SIM card on your way so that you're able to activate it and actually book all of these transportation options back to your hotel. I'm now on my way to the hotel near Phuket Old Town, and since I had some time before check-in, I decided to quickly grab a burger for lunch nearby, and it was amazing, so delicious. And this is how the room looks like, pretty great, super spacious, and there's a balcony as well. After starting my journey at 1 a.m. last night, I was super wiped out, so decided to crash and then head to Old Town at around 9 p.m. for quick dinner. After having dinner, stepped around for a bit to check out Old Town and found this really cute cafe which was closed, but decided to take some pictures over here anyway. How aesthetic, right? Welcome to day two. The agenda for today is a Fifi Island tour, which was pre-booked. This is about 4,000 rupees per person, and it's a group tour where you'll have a bunch of other tourists as well being picked up from their hotels and brought close to the pier where we will hop onto boats. It also includes breakfast and lunch as well, and along with some snorkeling gear as we get onto the boat. I honestly had no clue what to expect other than just going with the flow. But oh my goodness, once we stopped at each of the points, that's when I realized that the view is so stunning. Um, if you know me, you know I'm such a blue sky, white cloud person. But after looking at this turquoise water, and oh my goodness, it is stunning. After exploring a couple of islands and soaking in those amazing sights, I was ready for a proper meal. And wow, this is not something that I'm usually used to having this kind of a meal, but the spread was indeed amazing and fresh and delicious. The fruits, I must say, that they had, the collection, that was amazing. It was just what I needed, and eating with this incredible view around me, it just truly hit the spot. With lunch being done, it was time for one of the most anticipated stops, the iconic Maya Bay. You might know it from the movie The Beach. It's located on Koh Phi Phi Lay and is famous for its incredible natural beauty and the towering limestone cliffs that surround it. After being closed for several years for ecological recovery, Maya Bay has indeed reopened after some time, but with strict rules to protect its ecosystem. So boats aren't allowed directly onto the beach anymore. Instead, they drop you off at the floating pier on the other side, and visitors have to walk across to access the main bay. It's a fantastic effort to preserve this stunning natural wonder. Just look at it. I got some nice pictures from here, and then after this, a short ride away, we arrived at another natural masterpiece, Pele Lagoon. This place felt like stepping into a hidden paradise, surrounded by these colossal limestone casts. The water here is an unbelievably calm emerald green, almost like a giant natural swimming pool. It's the perfect spot for a refreshing dip or just to sit back and just marvel at the sheer scale and beauty of nature. And then they opened it up for people to do snorkeling over here and just enjoy the underwater best. There was a lot more to the tour, but after becoming soaking wet, decided to keep all of my phone inside and equipment and then just enjoyed the whole tour. Got down at Old Town and decided to have dinner here, go around this entire place, and just call it a night. Day three, and honestly, after all that walking and island hopping yesterday, slept in super late, woke up late, and decided to go directly for lunch. Amazing food at this restaurant. And then, of course, said bye to Phuket for now and going to my next stop, which is Krabi. Opted in to go in a bus, which was pretty straightforward and had a scenic view as well on the way, which costed pretty much around like 400 to 500 rupees, depending upon what sort of a bus you want to go in, at around 1-ish or 1:30-ish left from there. All right, now stepping into a new hotel room in Krabi. This is the Apo Hotel. And let me tell you, one of the main reasons that I picked this spot is its location. It's super close to the amazing street food market, which, if you know me, is exactly where I want to be. The room itself is really nice, very comfortable, and yes, it even comes with a balcony, perfect for chilling out. Krabi itself is famous for its stunning limestone casts, those incredible rock formations, and its more laid back, nature focused vibe compared to Phuket, which is really a paradise for adventurers and beach lovers alike. Rested up for a bit, but then quickly got up and got ready and freshened up to go explore Krabi because why not? It's amazing. The city in itself moves at such a slow pace that it's just perfect. There's no hustle bustle. Everyone is laid back, just enjoying their time. And it's just such a nice mood and a vibe altogether. If there is one place that I want to really go back to, this is that one place. The collection of food, the taste, the spices, the flavor, everything is amazing. And to top it all off, it is so inexpensive. I just went crazy, just like, I want this, I want this, I want to try this. Like, I tried everything that I could, which was more chicken flavored because that's what I prefer. But there were a ton of options. There was milk tea, boba tea, mango milkshake, just countless number of things to just taste. And it was, I can't tell you, if I just think about those times, I just like, I want to go back to that place. Like, I want to go back to Thailand only to go to Krabi and have all of this amazing, amazing food. Welcome to day four of Krabi. The day I was kind of upset because one of the tours that I wanted to book got completely sold out and decided to just go for a full body massage, have some amazing food, and then go shopping because nothing can get better than shopping. So I started to walk around, explore the nearby market. The only thing we looked at this point in time was the food market, but of course there was a lot more to shopping. There was another food market a little away, so I wanted to go check that place out and see what they had in store. But then quickly realized that it was more like a fruit, like a vegetable sort of a market. Probably another thing that I was looking at, but they did have some good exotic fruits, which I tried and tested. And then there was a nearby shopping center. Now, this is what we're talking about. I was very, very excited here. There were a lot of items on sale. So I'm like, I'm going to get this. And also picked up a nice softy ice cream and it tasted amazing. There were different floors to this shopping complex and it had multiple varieties from electronics to clothes to shoes to whatnot. And there was plenty full of options here and at like really good prices. So decided to just pick a few things before my luggage actually strips out. So decided to just take a couple of things and call it a day. Welcome to day five, where I'm going to be transferring myself back to Phuket because that's where my return flight is from. So decided to take an early morning bus out from Krabi to Phuket, which is roughly about, I think, 3 to 4 hours, and reached about lunchtime very quickly and had this delicious bowl of food. I don't even recollect the name, but I know it tasted good. Late in the evening, decided to go to Chilwa Market. I hope I'm saying that right. Apparently, this has some great street food and also shopping. Like one of the places to shop for in Phuket from like a street market standpoint, right? The amount of species I have seen here, I think I got petrified at a few counters. Like, I got really freaked out. But the place is really aesthetic. It looks so beautiful. But one thing that I need to tell you here is the food is much, much more. I think it was 2x or 3x expensive than Krabi. After coming from Krabi and checking out the food market here was kind of different. The shopping spree over here, it was on a different level. I saw these mini stores and I'm like, what are people doing? I'm like, I'm gonna shop like a local over here and figure out what this feels like. I'm literally barely sitting on like 1 or 2 inches of a stool that would break any moment, risking my life. But then I'm like, I am going to experience this, all the food, all the shopping, and just decided to go ahead still, regardless of, what people might think about me. Honestly, I didn't shop much from here, but decided to just pick up a few knickknacks and just try something that we've not tried in Krabi. I decided to do one of the most typical things over here, which is get my hair braided in a different color, like a single strand. And it was pretty fun. I literally got it on my last day, so it was good. If I didn't like it, I could discard it, but I thought, why not just try and see how it looks. Disclaimer, don't freak out. They had scorpions, crickets, crocodile, ostrich meat, and whatnot. Continued to stroll around the market for a bit longer to just check out a couple of things. They had good shades, they had some nice t shirts, they had a few cool knickknacks like accessories and scents, sweaters, great outfits. Like, K fashion was the bling over there. After this, decided to head to Patong Beach for a little while to just enjoy the calm, slow vibe before my flight next day morning. This is the last night in Phuket, and I'm just trying to soak it all in. It has been an amazing experience, a beautiful vibe, and the perfect getaway. Couldn't have asked for anything better. It was just the way I had imagined. Next day, early morning, of course, I have a flight back. Saw this beautiful sunrise from the hotel room and then took a cab to the airport, and it was time to say goodbye to Phuket and Krabi together. And I'm really, really hopeful that I will come back here again, and definitely to Krabi, if not for anything else. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this vlog and are planning your trip to Phuket and Krabi as well. At the end of this video, I'm going to break down the entire cost and how much it's going to cost you for bare minimum to take a 5-day 4-night trip to Phuket and Krabi. So take a look at that.